In February 2003, the sect clashed with police in Nairobi for 2 consecutive days, leaving at least 2 officers dead and 74 of its members in prison.
Mumesahau hapa Nairobi watu wa matatu ambao walikataa maneno yao, au vijana wote wakienda nyumbani picha zao zilipatikana kwa barabara.
We are women parliamentarians from Mount Kenya, and we are here to speak about the resurgence of MUNGIKI as witnessed in the last few weeks in the region of Mount Kenya. We, members of parliament, drawn from the Mount Kenya region, have noted with concern the recent attempts to revive and sanitize the activities of the outlawed MUNGIKI sect by clandestine forces aimed at destabilizing the peace and tranquility in our region and the nation at large. Like a wildfire that destroys the natural ecosystem, MUNGIKI's presence has in the past disrupted the social fabric of our community and society at large. The sect fed on the discontent amongst the unemployed youth in the 1980s by sowing seeds of division and mistrust amongst neighbors and communities. The fear of reprisal prevented people from speaking out against MUNGIKI's criminal activities. This created a climate of silence that allowed the organization to flourish unchecked, blossoming into a fully fledged threat to national security, especially during the NAC administration. In the year 2002, more than 50 people were killed when MUNGIKI clashed with matatu owners in Nairobi, leading to the burning of the sect the same year. In February 2003, the sect clashed with police in Nairobi for 2 consecutive days, leaving at least 2 officers dead and 74 of its members imprisoned. In June 2007, the MUNGIKI sect started a wave of murders aimed at instilling fear on the populace by beheading several matatu drivers, conductors, and perceived traitors to the diabolical cause. They recruited people by force, and if one refused to join their illegal terror gang, they would also be beheaded forthwith. This orchestrated an armed response from the Kenyan security forces, who in an operation stormed Mathare area in Nairobi, leaving over 100 people dead in the aftermath. On the 12th July the same year, the sect split into 2 groups, leading to the gunning down of the chairman and treasurer of the Kenya National Youth Alliance at Uplands Larry in Kiambu County. Efforts to combat MUNGIKI can be compared to firefighters battling a raging fire. However, just as a wildfire can reignite if not fully extinguished, there is a real danger caused by the attempts to revive MUNGIKI today. This means rekindling the flames of violence, fear, and destruction that once engulfed our communities. It would undo the progress made in restoring peace and stability, and once again subject innocent citizens to the horrors of extortion, intimidation, and murder by this terror gang and their benefactors.
You continue on the same as we call to action. Informed by imminent threat to life and property, we readers and mothers from Mount Kenya region do hereby now wish to unreservedly and unequivocally condemn any attempt by people of ill will and motives to revive the MUNGIKI sect for their own selfish ends, aimed at creating political instability within our region. As mothers and readers, we remember the terror, atrocities, and chilling experiences that Mungiki unleashed within the Mount Kenya region. We remember the fear, the terror, we remember the pain. Mungiki perpetrated such atrocities, including but not limited to: 1. Forced female genital mutilation. 2. Raping of women and girls at the time in full glare of their very family members. 3. Intimidation and extortion in public transport. 4. Intimidation and extortion of construction businesses. 5. Intimidation and imposition of illegal taxes on farmers and households. 6. Murderous violence and killings. 7. Drugs and the wastage of an entire generation, and many other issues and illegalities. In view of the foregoing, it is unfortunate that we are seeing some media houses attempting to sanitize Mungiki through coverage of their activities. This is completely unacceptable and an assault to the dignity of our great country and people. It is also adding salt to the injury caused to individuals and families who continue to suffer the loss of occasioned by the death of their loved ones, the maiming of their bodies, and destruction of livelihoods. The world over, the media has a public good to deliver, and this doesn't include the glorification of terrorists, anarchists, and saboteurs against the common good of all. The media has been known to cause countries to go to war, as it happened during the Nazi regime in Germany, the Rwandan genocide, and our own experience with post-election violence in 2007. We thus hereby demand that Professor Kithure Kindiki, CS Interior, to immediately crack down on any resurgence of Mungiki, as has been recently witnessed on several occasions. We also wish to reiterate that the outlawed Mungiki sect thrives on extortion, terror, drugs, and substance abuse, and the killing of both our young men and women. No political agenda is worthy this kind of pain, atrocity, and destruction of life and property that Mungiki will meet upon our people. So many of our sons and daughters were killed during the crackdown of the sect in the year 2003 and 2004. And we thus cannot sit and watch these barbaric acts happen during this era. We call upon all Kenyans to join us in loudly condemning this group and those behind them. We shall soon lead women and other Kenyans into demonstrating against this terror gang if no action is taken to arrest this menace that is a serious threat to our national security and nationhood. Thank you, and God bless us as we unite to fight this force.
Anza kujenga chochote bila Mungiki kusimama hapo. Kwa matatu ungeingia kwa matatu bila Mungiki kupatiana orders ati uingie, lazima matatu zingeripa. Ungeweza kufanya chochote hata kulima bila kupatia pesa Mungiki. Kwa wakati huu tumeona wametokelezea wakiwa wabaya tena zaidi. Sisi kama wamama wa mlima tumekataa. Tunasema ya kwamba watoto wetu hawataingia hii sect ya Mungiki tukiwa tunaangalia na tumenyamaza. Hatutakubali watoto wetu ambao wamemaliza kidato cha 4 na wale wa darasa la 8 ati kuambio lazima wawe registered na watu wa Mungiki. Na tunataka kuambia media ambao tuko na sisi siku ya leo. Hao watu wa Mungiki sasa wamekuja mpaka mnawapatia masaa mawili ati wajiongelee ama ongee maneno yao kwa televisheni. Na tukijua ya kwamba ile madhara yote wametufanyia sisi kama wamama, sisi kama vijana wa kutoka mlima, alafu tunawapatia masaa mawili wakuje kwa mlima ati kuongea maneno ya mlima. Maneno gani? Mmesahau Kirinyaga. Asubuhi moja tukaamuka tukasikia watu 40 wameuao na vichwa zao zimewekwa huko kwa majani. Mmesahau hapa Nairobi watu wa matatu ambao walikataa maneno yao, au vijana wote wakienda nyumbani vichwa zao zilipatikana kwa barabara. Alafu sasa hawa watu wa Mungiki waamuke waanze zile nyumba zao. Na wacheni nimwambie nikiwa naangalia hizi televisheni, wasiambiwe watu wako na watu wengi. Tunawajua. Wanafanya wakienda pahali wanaitana wote ndio muone wako na watu wengi. Ulizeni wazazi ile uoga wako nayo. Ukienda nyumbani usiku huwezi kachelewa masaa machache, kwa sababu ukikutana na hawa watu ukiwa either kwa nduthi ama ukiwa unatoka kwa matatu, watu wanakukojea hapo nje na intimidation. Wanajaribu wanakuambia if at all kijana yako hata ingia kwa hii sect atauawa. Tunaambia Kithure Kindiki, sasa we cheza kama michuki. Tokezea usikike. Tunataka kukusikia kwa mlima ukisema enough is enough. Kama sisi wa mama tumesema tumechoka, na hakuna akiwa utawazana na hii. Sisi kama wamama wa mlima hatutasimama na wewe. Tunataka kuona kiongozi kama michuki. Aliamka siku moja akasema Mungiki imeisha na Mungiki ikaisha. Pia wewe Kithure Kindiki, kazi kwako. Sisi kama wamama tunakuambia kazi kwako, tunakuangalia tuone vile utafanya na utafanyia watu wa Mungiki. Asanteni sana.
More Radio 88.2 FM. We are in charge.